Have you ever felt like the world was moving around you while you were stuck in place, too afraid to take a step forward? That was me, Emma. At 27 years old, I was painfully shy, terrified of social interactions, and convinced I would never escape the shadows of my own insecurities. But here's the truth: you are not defined by who you are today. You can grow, evolve, and become the person you've always dreamed of being. Growing up, I was always the quiet one. In school, I was the kid who would sit in the back of the class, praying the teacher wouldn't call on me. At family gatherings, I would sit silently in a corner, hoping no one would ask me a question. The idea of speaking up, whether in a group setting or even one-on-one, felt impossible. As I got older, my shyness didn't improve, it only became more pronounced. At 27, I was avoiding work events, turning down invitations, and retreating further into my shell. It wasn't that I didn't want friends or meaningful relationships, I simply didn't know how to connect with people. I remember one particular moment vividly. My boss had asked me to give a brief presentation during a team meeting. Just the thought of standing in front of my colleagues made my palms sweat and my heart race. When the day came, I stumbled through the presentation, barely making eye contact, and sat down feeling humiliated. I thought to myself, I can't keep living like this. That presentation was a turning point. For the first time, I realized that my shyness wasn't just holding me back, it was controlling my life. I decided I had to make a change, even if I didn't know where to start. I began by doing something that felt incredibly uncomfortable. I reached out for help. I signed up for a social skills workshop, a decision that terrified me. The thought of practicing conversation and interacting with strangers made me want to back out. But I told myself that growth doesn't happen in comfort zones. The first day of the workshop was overwhelming. I felt out of place, awkward, and exposed. But as the weeks went on, I started to notice small changes. The exercises, making eye contact, initiating conversations, and learning to express myself, were challenging but transformative. Outside the workshop, I decided to put my new skills to the test. I started small, smiling at strangers, asking a cashier how their day was, saying hello to my neighbors. These little interactions built my confidence bit by bit. I also began attending events I would have previously avoided. Networking events, social gatherings, and even public speaking workshops became opportunities to push myself further. Every interaction was a chance to practice, learn, and grow. One of the most significant moments of my journey was volunteering to lead a community event. It was something I would have never considered before, but I saw it as a challenge to overcome. Standing in front of a room full of people, I felt the familiar nerves rise up. My hands trembled, and my voice wavered at first. But as I spoke, something incredible happened. I realized that people were listening, and no one was judging me. That experience marked a turning point. I wasn't just pretending to be confident anymore, I truly felt it. From there, my life began to change. I started forming meaningful relationships, taking on leadership roles at work, and embracing opportunities that used to terrify me. Today, I'm no longer the shy, withdrawn person I once was. I'm confident, outgoing, and unafraid to face the challenges that come my way. The journey wasn't easy, and it didn't happen overnight. But step by step, I rebuilt my life. If you're listening to this and feeling stuck, I want you to know that you're not alone. Shyness doesn't have to define you. Change is possible for anyone who is willing to take that first, courageous step. Believe in yourself, trust the process, and remember, you're capable of more than you think. Thank you for listening to my story, and I hope it inspires you to take your own first step toward the confident life you deserve.